Um, Cityville, which I really enjoyed. Cityville. Oh, you can download it. I wish they had Sims Social now. I feel like with the other Sims game, it was kind of that's what was missing was the Sims Social, where you can play with your friends and loved ones in the Sims world. Sort of have fun with it. I feel like with that, it was just like they erased it in the other Sims. I know they did like Sims 3 on the iOS. The iOS and Android, like, hold on, let me see what Sims video game they have. Do 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 do. Here it is. They have Sims Mobile, Sims Free Play, and SimCity Built. SimCity Build It. I played the SimCity one. I really like that one. I never really got to play the Sims Mobile one, so I wish they would make it more out there. I don't know why, but anyway, yeah. I remember when they released Sim Social. It was really one of those video games where you could have your character develop skills such as, well, like any other Sims game, art, cooking, music, writing, athletic, driving, various projects. That's something they should do, is like have that real life thing where your Sim can teach your Sims kids how to drive, how to cook, how to do really real life things. And I feel like with that, they just sort of took out the real life aspect of it. And I wish they would have that in there, like the realism in The Sims. And really have your Sims, have real life things, like emotions and feelings, and be ambitious. Like, I love the Sims ambitious thing, where the Sims really want to pursue something. I always felt like without it, they really never gave the Sims like idea, the ambitious things to do. Like my Sim character is really into logic and investigation things, and my Catwoman Sim is more into art, drawing, painting, styling things around the house. And our Sims kid, I honestly don't know what our Sims kid is going to do, but it's still a toddler, so it's really a fun, exciting video game. I really love The Sims, and I love simulation video games like Roller Coaster Tycoon video game. I love The Sim City. I really love building things, even though it's funny though, I could build a roller coaster ride in buildings in Sim City, but when it comes to the Sims house, I suck at building the house. It's funny though. I'm drinking this Minute Maid strawberry punch. Not bad. Anyway, so I mean, for The Sims, I would love to see more stuff. Like, I would love to see more cars, more ideas to put stuff into the house. Like, I would love to see a comic book store in The Sims. And one thing I wish I would bring back is the business side, like Sims Business. I remember it was so cool that you could own your own business and run it. Like, it's like, why can't you do that in The Sims 3, where you're, instead of being a firefighter, police officer, whatever the Sims do, it's like, why can't they have? I want some. Oh, it's really good. Like, why can't they put the business thing in there? It's like, it was so cool with the ambitious thing where you could buy businesses and make money and do whatever you want. But it's like, why can't you just put that in a regular game where the Sims can own their own business and, run it the way they want to run it? So, I remember the, Herbs Sims in the City. Yeah, I remember that video game where, your Sims live in the city, and the music group Black Eyed Peas provided like most of the songs and stuff. It was like really cringy when you look back at it, but it was really cool though. I remember like Sims Life Story, Sims Pet Story, Sims Castaway Stories. I love the spin-offs. They were so weird, like, and stuff. One thing that was so strange, I remember they did the Game Boy Advance Sims video game, where it was funny though, like, you could understand what your other Sims were saying. Like, you play this Sims character and he lives on a farm with his uncle, and he helps his uncle run the farm, and he goes on an adventure interacting with other people in the town and stuff. I remember that. It was like the weirdest version of The Sims, but at the same time, it was funny. It was made by the people who made the Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets, Sorcerer's Stone, Game Boy Advance port. It wasn't bad, but it was just like, it was really interesting to see a Sims story with a Sims video game with a storyline and stuff. Back in 2007, 20th Century Fox announced that they were doing a Sims video game written by Brian Lynch and produced by John Davis. 2019, following the acquisition by Disney of 20th Century Fox, the project was canceled. I remember when they announced it, it was going to be like the craziest movie ever. It was going to be written by the guy who did Secret Lives of Pets, Puss in Boots, Hop, and he was an actor in Jay and Silent Bob. And he also wrote several comic books, such as Angel, Spike, and Spider-Man Unlimited. I'm surprised they never done a sequel to Puss in Boots. I'm just putting that out there. I know they did the TV show, which only lasted like 6 seasons, and they canceled it. It was a really good show. It was really, you could tell like the person who did the voice of it wasn't Antonio Banderas. I love the movie where it's like, ooh. It was a funny film. So anyway, yeah. I did hear about that. It was kind of like the craziest. A person asked me about the Harley Leto thing. Crazy tweets and stuff. So anyway, it's funny though. It's like it's funny though how people are so crazy. For example, for those who don't know, this person, because I don't know if it's a he or a she, threatened a lawsuit over my review of Suicide Squad and how I criticized Jared Leto playing Joker. And here's the thing, like anytime I review something, I do it in a funny way, or if I hate something, I will just obliterate it to pieces. I don't like Suicide Squad. When it comes to it, I really don't care anymore what happens in the DC Extended Universe films. I really don't. I'm sorry to say that. But I love the comics. I love DC comics and DC animated films and TV shows and stuff. But when it comes to the films and stuff, like I love the Dark Knight trilogy and I love, the Burton Batman films. I walked into watching Suicide Squad. I seen it in theaters. I still have nightmares from it. I seen this film. I seen the film in theaters, and I really, 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 really didn't like it. It felt too hip. It felt like it was made for a market that doesn't read comic books or watch a lot of comic book films. Mainly the Hot Topic audience they made that film for. When you ever look at Suicide Squad, when you see the film in theaters or at home, I don't know who would take that DVD home with them, but they did. When you look at the whole people who watch Suicide Squad, you look at them and you're like, there is no fucking way those people read comics. One's wearing a Hatchet Man necklace. What the fuck? I know somewhere people are going to be like, don't hate on the juggalos, yo. I really don't. The ICP dudes are really fascinating individuals. I mean, it's amazing how they went from living in a trailer park to being, artists that are sort of like banned. But yet they made a lot of money and they paid for like their niece and nephew's college tuition so they can have a better life. That is amazing. That is an amazing story. And I have respect for them. Because, they became really fascinating individuals in pop culture and stuff. So I really don't have any hatred towards the Insane Clown Posse. I'd rather hang out with them than the cast of Suicide Squad. So, and it's hard to believe that their fan base and them are like considered a gang, a violent gang in the FBI. It's hard to fucking believe that. Because you look at those people and you're like, there is no way those people are dangerous. But anyway, the Harley Leto tweets was